Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Now the process is a little different when I cook with this one. I turn on the center burner and light it. Then that has a little burner in the back that runs over and lights the left one. And when I turn on the right one, it runs over and lights the right one. And I shut that one, center one off. Then I take the chicken and I set it in the center. The chicken's been butterflied. That's the way I was told it was supposed to be done anyways. I'm sure there's 100 ways and everybody thinks theirs is better, but this is the way I like to do it. Now the cool thing is, with this burner set on high and that burner set on high, it cooks. It cooks fairly quickly without burning because the flames are outside and the heat is in the center. So I can close the lid, come back and check on it in a few minutes, and flip it. So rather than just standing here with a camera, I'm going to walk back and show you what I've been up to. You may remember from previous videos that this tent went right up against the side wall of the blacksmith shop. And that was supposed to be a way to get more room back here. But what it turned into is I had to walk all the way around the tent to get to the door. So going from the blacksmith shop to the tent was kind of a complicated situation. Now I could have put the door on this end and not put the fence up, but the fence is there to hide the tent a little bit so that you really didn't see it. It was originally put up to hide the tractor because the tractor sat here without the tent. So anyways, that was the thinking behind it. Now today while I was out and about running errands, I stopped at Menards and I got myself a piece of crane rail. No, it's not really crane rail. It's called Unistrut P1000. And it's also saying warning cancer and P65 warning California.gov. That's because it has plating on it. Because it's metal. Anything metal in California kills you immediately. Do not pass go, do not collect 50 cents. You're just dead where you're standing. Okay, out there they say, well, it just causes cancer, don't do it. Be careful. Now what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to check this for level. Yeah, we're quite a ways off. But the idea is I'm going to set fence posts around this foundation, using the fence post driver to drive the fence post down in. I'm going to drill holes in the fence posts and drive 1/4 inch lag bolts through those holes into the 4x4 and anchor the 4x4 to the ground. Now before I do that, I'm going to go along and level this whole thing up using that beam so that I have both sides level. I mean, I got to be fairly close. It actually would work just fine at this. It's just I want to have it right. So I'm going to spend a little more time and raise that side up just a little bit so that that bubble is sitting where it belongs. So I level up these frame rails. and I have a good solid foundation. Drive in the stakes, bolt them to the 4x4. I'm going to have 2 on the inside on the end. I'm going to have 3 on the inside on the outside, and then I'm going to drive 2 stakes on the outside. I'm going to have 3 on the inside on both sides. Then I'm going to drive 2 on the outside so that they're staggered. There's going to be 5 stakes overall. That way it won't twist and shuffle around and try and peel off of the fence posts. So I have 5 on this side, 5 on this side. That means 1 at the end, both ends, and 3 in the middle. And that should hold that up. Now this side over here with a tree in it, they're going to have to be on the outside edges of the tree because that is one solid root ball that's sitting on. It's actually resting on top of a root. That's why this side is higher than this side, because this side has a tree under it and it will not move. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to have to jack this side up about 1 inch to give that tree a little bit of room to grow, or in a couple of years I'm going to have to be moving the whole apparatus again. I want to be able to store the implements inside the tractor shed. Now the problem I had the first time I did that is I put both of them on the floor back there, and that meant that I couldn't really set anything else in the back of the shed. If it went back there, it had to pile on top of it. So I decided to take these 4x4s and build a really solid rack back there to set the hydro hoe up on and put the plow underneath. So that should let me park everything off to one side and then have an area for a workbench, which I intend to have on the right hand side, because I kind of got used to the idea of working on the mower and working on the tractor back here in the shed. It was quite pleasant because I could leave as much mess as I wanted and I could still pull my truck in and out of the garage. So I'm thinking I'm going to convert this a little bit. I could do the same thing in the blacksmith shop, but I kind of like to keep gasoline and flammables out of the blacksmith shop, just on general principles. So that's the goal for now. Let's go see how the grill is doing. When I get rid of the old tractor frame, the old lawnmower frame, the 40-gallon hot water heater goes with it. That's working pretty well. I think I'm going to turn these burners down a bit. I think I'm a little hotter than what I need to be. Yeah, I'm up at 400 degrees, and that's after the hood's been open. So, cutting this back a little, it's warmer out today than the last time I used this. Still gaining some experience with it. Well, I was at the post office today. I saw this sitting in a pickup truck. So I got out of my truck and walked over and looked at it. And it's pretty cool. It's a cast iron bathtub on a steel frame made out of channel iron and square tube. It's stout. It's run by a snowmobile engine. The guy who owned it, I didn't put him on camera. He's pretty cool. He says he runs this thing in parades.